Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 170 of Report This Post, the podcast about bad posts and bad people. My name's Geiger, and that is Christian.
Life is but a dream for the dead.
And we're your hosts with the posts. Every week, Christian, myself, or a listener select a different topic and then find horrible posts for your listening pleasure. This week's topic, as chosen by a listener named Woat, is My Chemical Romance.
Not great.
Whatever. What I say to him.
We'll do anything for a buck. Who cares? Who cares?
Boy, oh boy. Hey, you can also give us a couple bucks to make us choose an episode topic that we do not want to do at all, about something we do not care about. And right now, during the festive holiday season, topics are 50% off over on reportthispost.com. Click on that choose an episode topic link button thing. Click on that bad boy.
Sure.
Then give us money. And it's half price what it normally is, because we love you.
Yeah, we just give us money in general. That's fine.
Yeah, when you click on it, there's also other stuff. There's shirts and things. I saw some shirts are moving because the Earth is moving throughout
whatever
space. So technically, so are these
seems
shirts.
like sometimes people buy stuff, sometimes they don't, and it's whatever at this point.
Ain't that life, brother?
Yeah. Now back to the topic at hand.
My
MCR.
Chemical Romance.
Yeah. Now, what's your
my relationship with MCR? Well, they're a band I've heard of for as long as they've been around, I guess. 15, 16 years or something like that?
20 years.
Jesus Christ. And this week, while prepping for the episode, I was like, well, let me go listen to some of their most popular songs, because I'm sure I'm familiar with some of them, and didn't recognize a fucking note. How the fuck has this band been around so long, been on my radar for so long? I didn't recognize anything.
Yeah,
the most popular songs, it has like hundreds of millions of listens.
Which one was it? Black Parade? Was that that one?
No, it was a girl's name.
Oh, Helena. Yeah,
Helena.
Sure.
Yep. I was like, oh wow, I've heard this before. Nope, did not. All I know is that it sucked. That's all I could really tell from it. It was truly bad. Really don't understand this music, this emo music.
Yeah. So, well, don't call it emo. Uh-oh.
We'll get into that.
Yeah. This was a big band when I was in my junior year of high school, probably, and I remember everybody was really big into it. That was back in the day where bands like this would that are now huge would just like tour the tri-state area and like play in like church basements and stuff. So My Chemical Romance would be in playing at some social hall a couple towns over, and a bunch of the kids that I went to school with that wore studded belts would all be really excited about it.
Yep. At that time, when they were really big, 2006, 2007, 2005, 2006, 2007, probably, that was when I was into really cool music, namely 70s prog rock.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was
a little too busy listening to awesome music. I was listening to 20-minute Emerson, Lake and Palmer tunes.
Yeah, I was listening to Gordon Lightfoot, and everybody else was out listening to My Chemical Romance and having unprotected sex. I was having my own little party myself. So
that's right. Didn't have time for this emo shit.
What a weird time. Great.
But people seem to really dig this band, and the members of the band, Gerard.
Sure.
And the guy, Mikey and Tony, maybe? I don't know.
They are from New Jersey, so they
Yeah.
just kind of have that going on. Billy, Shifty, I think, is one of them. Yeah,
Fieldy, Monkey, Head.
Yep. We are 15 years away from a super group composed of like members of Limp Bizkit, My Chemical Romance, the backing band for Kid Rock.
Hell yeah.
And lead singer, one of the Spice Girls being the lead singer of it. It's going to be so good, dude. It'll be so cool.
The amount of ironic listens that group would get. Guys in their 40s who are like, I just don't even know if is this good? It's not good, but am I supposed... just very confused, folks.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Well, this whole episode is going to be full of certain kind of confused folks, for sure.
Oh, I'm not sure what that means, but I guess we'll find out.
A little bi-curious, I would say. Hey, let's kick it off here from our My Chemical Romance, MCR, and reoccurring mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
Just wondering, does anyone else have to be careful when they listen to MCR because it brings back memories of a major mental health crisis? I adore the music, but it just leaves this effect on me that can put me out for a day if I'm not careful. Mm-hmm. And WDTHTWDWA bitch replied, not anything like that, but I have severe OCD, where if there's something I'm into, it's all that I'm capable of thinking of to the point of being unable to function. MCR is that for me to the point where I really got really scared of fully immersing myself back in the day before their music got back together because I was afraid of just disassociating from life entirely. The days after the return show, I was completely checked out from the real world. Fortunately, I've learned to balance my obsessions and mental health and know how to bounce back quicker.
Yeah, I don't think so. No. Yeah, there's a lot of major mental health crises in the listeners of this band, from what I could gather.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's part of the draw. Lyrically, maybe? I have no idea. There's some. We have some posts where lyric interpretation is going on. And speaking of, user Jewish Ramen posted this over to our My Chemical Romance. Anyone else like MCR because of how they sound? If you ignore the whiny and depressing lyrics, the music sounds hard as fuck. The Ghost of You rhythm and lead guitar goes in sync so well. So many other songs where the rhythm and sound so good. Personally, I could never relate to the song meanings, but I love the guitar riffs from Ray and Frank and Mikey's bass skills. Gerard's vocals are incredible, too. I sometimes listen to the instrumentals of the songs because I can't stand his voice sometimes.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Top response from user Equizotic. Did you just ask a bunch of MCR fans if they like how the songs sound?
Hey, anybody else, do you like the way good food tastes? Anybody else into that? The thing that you like?
Yeah.
Is it interesting to you when you enjoy it? If you're listening to the music and you're enjoying it, but then you're still like saying that it's like annoying, like where are you falling on the spectrum of somebody who's
right?
Are you a fan? Are you not a fan? Very, very confusing a little bit there for me, but
yeah. And Gerard's vocals are incredible too, but I also can't stand it sometimes.
He's the best singer I've ever heard, and he sucks ass, and I hate him, and I wish he was dead.
Yeah, I only listen to instrumentals.
Great. Cool. I would say probably not the hardest band I've ever heard of, but this guy, saying that they go hard AF.
Yeah.
Knock yourself out. Hey.
Sure. Yeah, definitely not the hardest band I've heard.
Two guys making out on stage. Nothing gets me harder than that. Found this one on Tumblr. Don't forget how fat-phobic bandom has become. That's a combination of the word band and fandom.
Yeah.
Don't forget how they don't post pictures of pre-hiatus Patrick Stump because he was insecure then, yet constantly reblog post-hiatus Patrick with "Fuck me, Daddy" as a caption now. Don't forget how they mock leatherneck Frank Iero 1 minute, yet drool over Danger Days Gerard Way, who didn't even lose that weight in a healthy way, the next. Don't forget how they suddenly stopped finding Gerard Way attractive post-MCR because he finally started gaining back the weight he had lost due to an eating disorder. Don't forget how they constantly shame fellow members of Bandom for being fat, telling them it is unhealthy for them to be like that. Don't forget.
What's the point of not forgetting this exactly? What exactly is this?
This is a 250-pound 17-year-old girl wearing an 4XL hoodie and cat ears who is just tired of being told that she is way too fat to be into this music. Actually, she's just being tired of being told that she's way too fat, and she's using the music as a battering ram against that. So,
yeah. Don't forget how people don't post pictures of this musician. What an odd thing to say. They don't post pictures of this guy from a couple years ago.
Yeah,
never forget that. Never forget that they don't do that. What are you talking about?
It's Tumblr. I mean, it's I'm pretty sure everybody that posts an image over there, if they post an image, it's about something they want to fuck. So
sure.
Might as well be a good-looking picture, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So,
it's just the amount of things that these people try to make into some sort of social justice thing is hilarious.
Sure. I mean, looking back at it, a lot of those bands from that time, you know, even early Weezer and everything, not a good-looking group of guys. Gotta be honest with you.
Yeah.
The early 2000s, if you were in a band, that's how you were getting pussy. It wasn't from your looks, for sure. So
yeah, that's why they were so emo. Hey, speaking of
what no pussy does to a motherfucker. That's right.
Found this on a forum called SputnikMusic.com, which was posted in 2005 by user John123.
Great snag.
Who agrees that My Chemical Romance is a rip-off artist. I hate My Chemical Romance. They're gay as hell, people. But don't you think that My Chemical Romance is a rip-off band? I can't remember the name of this song or video they did, but it was very similar to Green Day's Wake Me Up When September Ends. There was war in it, he was playing the same guitar, same style of video, someone gets killed at the end. And My Chemical Romance is also a copy of The Used. Like, OMG, compare the fucking lead singers. That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
A long time, yeah.
User B said, just the letter B, an even better snag. Way to join in on the fad. OMG MCRR to suck LOL's emo. There's no way they copied Green Day's video, seeing as how they came out within a few weeks of each other. They aren't emo, and they are not affiliated with anything emo. If you haven't realized yet, they are more than one CD. They've been around for a while, and now their mainstream bashing them seems to be the cool thing to do. Well, it's not. We get that not many people like them. Shut up now, please. And user Excursions had this to say to the OP. If you died, the world would be a better place. One less moron.
God damn.
And the admin, Narmageddon, closed the thread with this. 1 week ban for the thread starter. This thread was totally unnecessary.
Some real My Chem heads over there, it seems. Over on SputnikMusic.com, which I do remember looking at on like the library computers in high school.
Still around. Apparently.
Still around. The idea of talking about a band ripping off another band's music video is like such a weird time capsule thing.
Yeah.
of like ununderstandable at this point. Like, just...
Yeah.
And to think that a band would rip off Green Day, especially at that point, who were, I would say, at just before selling out as a band.
But like every band was...
statement.
It's hard to call any of them rip off from that time because they all just looked... They all had the same
they just had the old
look.
thing. Yeah. They had
that was just what the look was.
They had guy liner.
Sure. Black fingernails.
Sure.
A tie or something.
Yeah. They were either dressed like they were in a marching band or were in some sort of suits. They were all wearing black, of course. Yeah. Boy, I'm looking up at the used now, and literally looks like Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Like, because they also came out 20 years ago when they were just a bunch of just very thin young men, and now they're just all like portly 40-something-year-old guys with huge beards.
Yeah, well, now what was their big song?
Oh, boy. Couldn't tell you with a gun to my fucking head.
The Bird and the Worm? I don't know. That sounds really stupid. They did a song called Under Pressure. Oh, that was the Bowie and Queen cover. They did it with My Chemical Romance. So
great.
Go listen to that, folks. And then kill yourself.
Put yourself in a camp. This is also from My Chemical Romance. You'll see there's a lot from that this episode. MCR for a wedding recital? I'm trying to figure out if MCR can be booked for weddings. I found that Gerard himself can be, or at least at some point was able to be, for $40,000 at the lowest. I want to know if booking the entire band is possible and how much that would cost, because all I can find is just a bunch of articles talking about their tour, but nothing about booking them. Any ideas? My girlfriend and I have been talking about it, and if we do wind up getting married one day, this is certainly something I want to include at the after party of sorts, if at all possible in the future. She deserves it.
God.
And Zumo Kimi Bonsu replied, can't even imagine this would be even remotely possible.
Didn't this band break up too, by the way? Is that?
Oh, they got back together in 2019.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, okay. I can breathe again.
You're talking like minimum $100,000, maybe?
Oh, well, if the lead singer is $40,000 at the lowest, you're saying.
Good God. I mean, if you're just some rich guy with money to burn, sure, why not? But
I'm assuming not a lot of people with money would be into this band. I may be wrong. The idea of hosting an actual band for as your wedding.
You can't have a big, the band can't overshadow the wedding. That seems like a big no-no for your bride's special day.
Well, unless she deserves it, though.
Surprise or something. I don't know.
She deserves to have these guys, these lithe rock and roll fellas, to play as she's coming into the fire hall for the first time. They're gonna take the roof off that place. God, of all bands to book for a wedding, there better be a fucking open bar at that wedding. Wide ass open. No, absolutely not. It's everybody that's in attendance is straight edge. Are you kidding me?
Ah, Jesus Christ. Another one from our My Chemical Romance Strawberry Paw Prints started this thread over there. Serious question about cultural appropriation and magic with a K.
Sure.
I am a practicing witch, and I'm going to voice this the best way I can. I guess I'm just feeling a little funny about this whole magic thing. A big part of me is excited and intrigued, and I think it's really cool that Gerard is also a magical fellow. I have no doubt that my Kim can produce some really beautiful art about witchcraft. Another part of me is also a little nervous about turning a magic into a, quote, mainstream thing. I know cultural appropriation can be a touchy topic, but it's also an important topic. I'm just curious what other people think, especially other witches or pagans who are also MCR fans.
God, so much.
And user Velamore responded, as a fellow witch, I have also been a little uncomfortable with it, but I'm trying to be more open-minded. I cannot judge until I see the whole thing, but I'm still wary. I found a recent thread from Vellamore on Reddit over in R Gardening, where they are asking for advice on how to start a garden when they are deathly afraid of bees.
Just completely inside person. Just
absolutely
bubble boy status.
Yeah, it's not. You shouldn't have a cauldron should not be indoors. So I don't know if this witch is aware of that. The smoke was very bad.
I don't think that witch is a culture that can be appropriated, but I don't know.
I think
a
you'd
whole
be
lot
wrong.
Of stuff. I guess
I think you'd be wrong.
I'll tell you what, they need to take up with Anthony Kiedis over there if they're really worried about the whole magic with a K thing getting appropriated. He's been doing that for 40 years.
We did a Red Hot Chili Peppers episode.
Boy, sure do. I don't remember a second of it, but yeah,
I'm not sure.
We did it.
Not sure which band I would want to hear less of, this one or that one.
Folks, stay tuned for our Shaka Khan episode where we're going to go.
Shaka Khan. We actually do have some more. We have several, at least 4 music episodes coming up. 3 of them are going to be, at least 3 of them are going to be very interesting. And they're musicians that everyone's heard of, so it should be fascinating.
Unlike this one. Oh boy, great! Deathly afraid of bees, wanting to garden. Hey, you know what? Just be the change you want to see in the world, right? Plant things that don't attract bees. Then just plant lettuce, and you'll be ready to go.
Just nothing but lettuce. Lots and lots of lettuce.
There's a bunch of different kinds of it. You could knock your socks off.
Okay.
Dro Daddy posted Gerard Way needs to be on the show over on our Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan and Gerard Way are cousins? Why they have not done a podcast together yet is mind-blowing. Roman Senate commented, "No, he definitely does not." And the OP replied, "Check his Nerdist appearance. He was one of the stronger guests." And a now deleted user responded, "You can hear yourself right now, right?"
Here's an article. Podcast giant Joe Rogan has confirmed that his distant cousin is My Chemical Romance's Gerard Way, but they don't know each other. So, what a great podcast that would be. Hey, we're related. Yep. We've never met or anything. Nope. Great.
Roll credits. Yep, that's it. And then, no, actually, it would be 40 minutes about conspiracy theories about implanting microchips.
Yeah. Well, theories that wind up being true. So that would be interesting. Sure.
Yeah, the Nerdist. Yeah, I'm sure that a lot of the guys that listen to Joe Rogan also double dip over into the Nerdist podcast.
Boy,
with Chris Hardwick.
He has nothing to do with that now. But is this podcast still? I don't know how. That was in the rotation for me when I was into.
I thought he was. Was that not his podcast?
No, it was, but he left Nerdist at some point. The company, even though he started it and everything, and he went by @Nerdist, but he I guess got bought out from the company or whatever.
I do know he got canceled because of he treated some ladies not so kindly.
Well, it was one lady, and then every other lady he was with said he was like the best person I've ever met. It was very odd, and then it just sort of went away. So I think people were too afraid to say that bitch was completely lying about everything. But I am not afraid to say it.
Hey, folks, by the way, just so everybody knows, G4 is back. Has been relaunched.
Yeah?
You can, yep, it's all back. You got Morgan Webb's back there, Adam Sessler, the whole crew is back, and they're reviewing video games.
How's old Morgan Webb? She was a hottie there for, again, 2005 era.
Sure, yeah, God. That was a big time late night jack-offs for me. Watching old G4 reruns and just beating the hell out of me. She's fine.
The least charismatic people in television history were on that channel. It was pretty fascinating.
What's this? This is a DeviantArt of Morgan Webb request of. Looks like they photoshopped her to be very fat. In the top 10 results of Morgan Webb 2021 is a Photoshop of her just being fat as shit. How fleeting is celebrity?
Hey, if you want the full episode with like an hour extra of posts or whatever, patreon.com/reportthispost. Just a couple bucks a month, and you'll get every single week just like that. A lot more posts.